Well, about that Mario movie trailer, I mean, it's a trailer and it looks decent. It looks decent. Um, but I do have some concerns about it, so we're going to talk about that in this video. If you guys like this kind of video where I talk about trailers and stuff like that, and video game related stuff like this, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, click the notification bell for all notifications. Really helps out the channel a lot. And let's get to this because this video is gonna kind of short, but I'm gonna kind of stretch it out a little bit and talk about other things as well. Um, and I'm not gonna show any pictures because I don't want to deal with Nintendo copyrighting and Illumination copyrighting this video because they trust me. They've already done that to other content creators in the past. So I might just start some gameplay of like Mario games or something, just to give it some context, I guess. Um, but anyway, the trailer itself was pretty good. I was literally talking to my dad about it earlier yesterday morning, and he was like, "What are your thoughts on it?" And I'm like, "It looks okay, but I have concerns about it, and we talked about it, and I'm basically just gonna talk to you guys about it, like I talked to him about it." So basically, it starts out with Bowser like attacking these penguin people, and they like throw snowballs at him, and Bowser's like, he says something. It's Jack Black. You can tell it's Jack Black, which is fine for that being Bowser because he's the perfect Bowser to be honest. Jack Black does a good Bowser. Like that's a good pick for Bowser. Um, and then they cut to I'm trying to remember that like what all they show. They show Luigi like locking the door behind him. They don't really show him talking, so you don't get to hear him talk. So I have no idea who he voices, um, or who voices him. I mean, um, but then they show Mario falling out of the sky, and then he lands on like two mushrooms, and then like he like gets up, looks up, and looks around, and tries to like pick up a little mushroom toadstool. It turns out to be Toad, and then Toad's like, who's played by Keegan Michael Key. If you guys don't know who that is, he's like I think he's a comedian or something. I think I know him from one show on like the Science Channel or something. It was a weird show, but that's what I know him from. But that's who's doing his voice. And he's like, "Hey Mario, don't grab me. I'm not that kind of mushroom or something like that." And I was like, "Okay." And then Mario talks, and he doesn't have that Italian like New York accent that people would be. I think people would be okay with like the New York Brooklyn accent from the Mario Bros. Super Show, which I've been rewatching. If you guys didn't see my community post, which that show really hasn't aged that well, especially in the live action segments. But I mean, the cartoon segments in general, early on they started out good, but now they're just getting kind of like dumb because um they're going into like weird territories like Frankenstein, George Washington, Zorro, just like basically spoofing movies and novels and other stuff. Sorry for the segue, but it kind of fits in with what I'm going to be talking about with Chris Pratt and why some people are freaking out about it, which I don't really agree with because in my mind that Mario is a completely different Mario than the Mario that you all are used to and that I'm used to, which is Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario from like 96, 1996 to like today. You guys and me are used to that Mario. You guys have to get out of that mindset that that's not what Nintendo and Illumination want and Nintendo Pictures because Nintendo has their own like movie studio now called Nintendo Pictures, which I don't think they're really doing much with this movie, but I'll get into what I think Nintendo Pictures could be doing in the future with this movie's possible success. But people have to remember this is like a different take on Mario and Luigi and the Mario Brothers. Um, so don't because to segue away from that real quick. I saw on Twitter yesterday somebody said hashtag not my Mario was trending for a while, and I was like, why? Like, so what? Charles Martinet doesn't do the voice of Mario. He's still tied to the project. Like at the end of the trailer, you see like all the people, all the big names tied to the project, like Seth Rogen, Keegan Michael Key, um, Fred Armisen, and Charles Martinet's at the bottom of the list, I think. And apparently Fred Armisen and uh, Seth Rogen do Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong. So apparently Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong talk or make an appearance in this movie, I guess. Which they didn't show, which was kind of weird. Because I had to look it up to see who the hell they were going to voice. I didn't look at Luigi because I don't really. It doesn't bother me. Their voices don't bother me. Because people got to think about this. It's a different take on Mario. It's not the same. It's a mini Mario. It's not. It's not that Mario. It's a different Mario. Just like the Mario from the cartoon is from Brooklyn. Mario from the actual video games is not from Brooklyn. I don't care what people say. They have never said he's a plumber from Brooklyn. That was made up for the show. I'm almost positive they never said he was from Brooklyn. Unless they started doing that after the show got popular. But I'm pretty sure he was never from Brooklyn originally. He was like an Italian, like, kind of stereotype, I guess. But even so, like, that's why Charles did his voice the way he did it when he started doing it in Mario 64. Actually, I think the first time he did it was in Mario Teaches Typing or something. But Mario 64 is what got his voice on the map. But he, from what I've heard, before this movie was even a trailer was made for it, and they announced Chris Pratt was being Mario, Charles Martinet has came out and said, like, I'm okay with not being this Mario because I I'm a different Mario. This is a different take on Mario, so that's fine. He's not mad about it. I don't get why people are mad about him not being Mario. That Mario doesn't actually fully speak and talk in like full sentences. He just says like "let's go" and stuff like that. It's not like he says like full on sentences to people, and he goes like "oh" and stuff like that. It's not like full sentences. So that's why they're not having him do the voice. I think because hearing that Mario talk in that way for like a long period of time like that for an entire movie basically would be very strange for a lot of people because Mario doesn't necessarily talk. Not saying his character can't talk, but Charles Martinet as Mario does not speak that much. That's why I don't mind that Mario voice. It doesn't the sound of the voice doesn't bother me. What what bothers me is what will the story be? Will it be a good story? Will it be faithful to what Mario is? Will it be a flop like that live action crap was from like what was that 89, 88? I don't even know what year it was from. But or not, it wasn't. It might have been 90. I don't even know. But that movie sucked because it was live action and obviously it wasn't going to do that well. But this has potential because the Sonic movies were successful, and they were animated, and this is animated, which is the right way to go with it. But I do have my concerns about it being successful because you know what that means when this is successful. They're gonna start looking into other properties like games to do movies on, like Legend of Zelda or Metroid or Star Fox or possibly I heard like fans want an F Zero game or an F Zero new game with a movie tie-in or something, and I'm like, F Zero, nah, not. I don't think F Zero would be movie material. I heard someone mention a person I've subscribed to, Spawnwave. Go check him out. He's really cool. He has a really good channel. I'll leave a link below in the description. I'll tag his channel so you guys can go check him out. Uh, but he mentioned something really cool that I was like, that would be really cool, but it would be really dark. I don't think Nintendo would do it because they would have to change a lot of stuff. Because that game actually has a lot of dark imagery and dark like subject matter in it, and that's Earthbound or Mother. And I think that would make a perfect like anime, like a dark anime or something like that, like an anime series on Netflix or something. But I don't think they would do it because it would be really dark, and Nintendo doesn't want that kind of imagery with Nintendo. Even though that game is very dark, because there's like child abuse in it, there's like death and other things in it. I mean, hell, at one point in the game, the kids get high off of like mushrooms or something, I think, or like some dust or something. I don't remember because I've only played the game once, but they get like trippy on something. I know. I can't remember what it is. If somebody knows what I'm talking about, put in the comments below. But they wouldn't do that, but it would make the perfect like anime. But like I said, my concern is like them doing like a Legend of Zelda like animated movie because Link doesn't talk per se. But that being said, like I said, neither does Mario. But my concern with Zelda is like, will they try to go like live action with that, or will they go the animated route? If they go the animated route, it'll be fine. Cause that's what I told my dad. My dad was like, "Well, if they do Zelda, it's probably gonna be bad." And well, we're not to do it animated. If they do it animated, if this Mario movie does well, it's gonna be fine. I think unless they royally botch it up. Now, in my mind, if you're gonna get someone to do Link, get Jonathan Potts, the guy that did his voice in the animated series. I don't care what people say about that series. That series was way better than any of the Mario series from back then. It was way better than it was supposed to be. And yes, the excuse me, princess, like that hasn't aged well. It's kind of cringy, but it's that's what makes that Link funny and charming because he's kind of a pompous ass. Like he's always trying to get a kiss from Zelda. Like that's the big shtick in that whole series. Now thinking him to do it, they won't. But if they did, that would make me really excited. Um, I would really enjoy that if they got like him and like I can't remember the name of the Cynthia Pierce or something. I think is who does Zelda in that. If they got her, that would be really cool. If they can't get who did Ganon because he passed away in like 2007. But if they got a lot of them for nostalgia purposes for the people that grew up around that, like that'd be really cool. But they like I said, they won't. But it'd be neat. But anyway, if they do a Zelda movie the right way, it could be good. But it all depends on how well this Mario movie is going to do. And I think it has potential. I don't plan on seeing it in theater because I don't go to the theater that much because it's kind of a pain. I hate I hate just parking at the end of an aisle and my chair at the end of an aisle. I always feel like I'm in the way. I just like chilling at home watching movies on streaming. Honestly, unless they decide to have it like stream on something, but they probably won't because they probably want it to be a big theater event thing. But if this video doesn't get 1,000 likes, I will do this. I will go to the theater and do a review on it. I won't be able to like take notes, so I'll try to remember as much as I can about the movie and do as well of a review as I can. Um, so anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video about the Mario movie and my thoughts on future possible movies that Nintendo could do in general. The movies I would want to see them do before I end this video are like Metroid, and Zelda, and possibly Star Fox. I think Star Fox would be really cool, but that would Star Fox and Metroid would like blow the budget though, because I feel like the budget for that would be like insanely expensive because of all the special effects and stuff. But those would be cool. But let me know what you guys think. What you guys think of the trailer? Do you guys like the Mario voice? Are you guys pissed off that it's not Charles Martinet? Are you guys okay with it? Are you guys gonna give the movie a chance like I am? Are you gonna go see it? What's gonna be your game plan? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you, Patreon supporters, for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me, guys. It helps out a lot. Thank you guys for the ones who support me on my bronze tier. Shout out to go to you guys. Shout out to go to Titled Cal, Harry Fernandez, Matt Y99, Reaper7734, AJ Ganawa, Marcus S, Zual Adfi. I'm pointing at the rest of my list. I'm remembering from memory here. Harry Fernandez, Oliver Fredericks, It's Me, Charles, Joe, William Swift, Griff17, Charlie McKeon, Reverse Security, and Zuhal. If I missed anybody, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure I got everybody. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys will give this movie a chance, because I really do want it to be successful for Nintendo, because it would be a pretty big deal if this made like $1 billion or something. You never know. So we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for watching. Peace out.